So we have some really exciting news, guys, and we have a brand new sponsor, and it's one of our favourites, isn't it, Billy?
Yes, it's Katie Loxton, and as many of you might already know, it's a beautiful brand that you can personalise bits. I've had quite a lot of stuff from them actually over the years. I've had weekend bags, scarves, they do key rings.
I think last year we got each other gifts from Katie Loxton, and they come in those amazing gift bags as well that you can also have personalised.
Yeah, they're like them gorgeous white bags with the gold bows. That's just such a nice, easy gift bag.
Isn't it?
You've got it all there.
All done for you, and the quality is just amazing. I've got this pink weekend bag and I just use it all the time. And actually they've got something new that's out and exclusive, which is amazing. It's actually your birthday month this month.
Yes.
Do you know what your birthstone is?
No, I don't actually.
So it's actually, I researched this, it's a garnet.
Oh, wow, it's like a red stone.
Yes, correct. So Katie Loxton are doing these little pouches, vegan leather, and they're doing these little semi-precious stones, your birthstones. So it's like all personalised for your birthday. How nice is that?
Wow, that is amazing.
Yeah.
I'll have one of those, thank you.
Yep. And the best news is Katie Loxton are giving our lovely listeners 15% off with our exclusive code, which is Sam and Billy 15, all in capitals.
So you can shop the whole collection on the Katie Loxton website at katieloxton.com and get 15% off using the code Sam and Billy 15, all in capitals. Enjoy.
Hi everyone, we're back. The Sam and Billy show with me, Sam, and my Irish twin, Billy.
Hi everyone. Do you know what's really funny? I actually don't call Samantha Sam. I've never called you Sam. I've always called you Samantha or Mam.
Mam. And then Mum calls me Min.
Min, yeah.
As in Minnie Mouse. Like, can I have any more names?
I know.
Auntie Libby calls me Samonster.
Samonster.
I mean, like, how many more names can I have? Seriously. But no, you've always called me Mamf or Samantha. Like, you and Greg usually say Samantha.
Yeah, Samantha, yeah. Sam. I don't really... But even like... Do many of our friends call you Sam? No.
Not really.
Most of our friends
All
call
of
you
our
Mam.
friends call us Mamf.
Or Samantha. Yeah.
It's weird how it's Sam. Or, like, it's just been that way, isn't it?
Yeah, it's always in like
Sam
the
and
public
Bill.
Eye. Sam.
Sorry, Sam and Brentwood Bill.
No, sorry, Sam, Brentwood Bill.
Back on that one again. I actually haven't seen you, by the way. The last time I see you was when we were sitting on this sofa.
At our last podcast.
Yes.
That is crazy.
That's ridiculous.
Well,
you've been away.
I suppose where I've been away and then...
It felt like I was away forever. How long was you away for?
2 weeks. Only 14 nights on the island, 1 night travelling.
On the island, looked like Party Island.
On the island, doesn't it? Oh, it was.
I bet a lot went on the island.
It was. Do you know what? It was such good fun. The first week was just me, Greg, Mum, the kids, and then Francesca, so Greg's sister, and her husband Louis, and their 2 children.
So was
that
the calm?
That was the calm before the storm. So we just had all like Christmas together and all the build up. It was lovely. It was really, really nice. And then everyone joined around the 27th of December, and then it was
when
like
it went off.
Party time. But
I don't know if you remember, there was a few drunken FaceTimes with Mum.
Oh really?
And it was like, yay! And then like the phone would like go all muffled, and like she'd try and pan across like the pool party or the swimming pool, and I'm at home like pregnant with the fire on, and I was like, Mum, I can't really see or hear anything. Like, I could, but I was like, I love you, speak to you tomorrow.
Bye. It's not for me.
But no, it looked like you had like a real fun holiday.
It was really good fun. It was brilliant. Like,
tell us about it.
Great crowd. Like the entertainment was really good on the island. Actually, on New Year's Eve, they had Becky Hill perform.
Oh wow,
yeah.
that's good.
Jamie Winston was DJing.
Yeah, I saw that.
And also Mel. So Melanie Black from All Saints.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Mum told me that she got it wrong.
Oh, Mum, Mum
tell us
done
that
something
story.
really funny.
So, guys, you'll love this story.
Right, so
typical Susie moment.
This is a Susie special, right?
Yeah.
So it's New Year's Eve, and we sort of all had tables to like sort of near each other around where the stage was. We're all mingling, having fun. Melanie was there, so lovely, really friendly. We was all chatting, and She's actually a fan of the show, Mummy Diaries.
Yeah, do you know what did she tell you that? I think I met her recently.
Yeah, mate.
I'm sure that I met her a little while ago when the football's on.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, go on, carry on. But I feel like I've met her.
So mum comes over and mum's like, oh my gosh, I'm such a big fan, like All Saints, I'm such a big fan. And mum goes, you can make me whole again. Right? Wrong song, Susie. Well, oh my gosh.
Can I just say, what did Melanie do?
Nothing, just laughed it off.
Right, okay.
And mum's since been like messaging her, laughing about it. Like,
don't.
But it was, and funny enough, Adam and Jamie was there as well.
Oh,
And
no.
Jamie was there. He was literally, can you imagine, like had to run off in tears
That
of love.
is.
Because it was the way mum's done it. And then she
Yeah.
went, oh no, like you can imagine.
But why did Mum feel the need to sing a song?
No, that's
was
what
she
Mum,
drunk? Or?
Well, she obviously had a few. She was merry, but
yeah.
that's what Mum said. She said, I don't know why I felt the need to do
sing.
that. Like,
well, she wouldn't sing on our podcast at Christmas.
exactly. So talk about going up to someone who she thinks is singing that song. You can make me whole again.
When she rang me the next day and told me, I went, no.
She
But I was
really-
like, Mum, to be honest, that is a you moment.
That is
such something Mum would do,
isn't it? Yeah,
That really
it was
made me
really
laugh.
funny. But no, it was a great holiday. Like,
You've never actually been away for Christmas Day
Yeah,
before.
Christmas
so
Day.
how did you find it? Because I actually really enjoy it, but I know that you was always a little bit kind of skeptical about it. So what did you think?
So I loved it. I think for this year especially, like to end the year being away, Christmas, New Year, I really appreciate it. But I must, if I'm perfectly honest, I think I still would prefer to go away. I like
like
Christmas
it at
Day at
home.
home, and then I'd like to. Ideally, then it's lovely to go away for New Year.
Yeah.
But I do think, I mean, don't get me wrong, it was lovely. It was amazing. Like Father Christmas come, like
Yeah, they
it
still
was all
do. They still lay it on,
Christmassy.
don't they?
We had a
Yeah.
Christmas tree. The kids were like playing with all their toys, but I felt as soon as we left our villa, I felt like it didn't feel Christmassy at all. It felt like another normal day. And at the island we was on, they celebrated Christmas on Christmas Eve.
What do you mean?
So basically on the 24th,
Oh.
they done everything Christmassy that day.
Why? Because of the time difference.
No, because they said that a lot of European countries celebrate on the
Christmas Eve.
24th.
Oh, that's never
So
happened to
they
me
done
before
this
out
big
there.
amazing gala dinner. Don't get me wrong, it was
Yeah, 'cause
amazing.
you'd called me, so it was the big dinner on Christmas Eve. Then on Christmas Day, it was back to normal.
It was back to normal. It was like a normal day.
So what did you have, like spaghetti bolognese or something?
And we went to a tapas restaurant.
Well, you are on the beach and in the sunshine.
No, do you know what?
Doesn't really matter.
It was like we was saying. Me and Mum was saying. We kept, when you say, "Oh, what would we be doing now? Clearing up, getting the turkey
Oh,
out
baby's
the oven."
really kicking. That actually made me jump.
Oh, let's feel.
Right, put your hand here.
Oh, I've not felt this yet.
You need to push quite. 1 minute. Wait, if I just relax again. I wonder what made the baby jump.
Come on.
This is what Paul. I go, Paul, touch quick. Then he stops.
Come on. Playing games.
In a minute, I'll lay down for you, and
Needs
then
to
it'll
drink
do
a fizzy
it.
drink.
Literally.
Whenever I drank a fizzy drink, that's when the
Sometimes
babies go
sometimes the
wild.
big movements do make me feel a bit queasy.
Yeah, because they could be. How big is the baby now?
Should we have a little Google? Do I look bigger since you've been away? Not really.
Yes, you actually look pregnant now, whereas before you just look like you just eating a big dinner. Now you look like bump.
Right, let's have a look. I am the size of a. No, that's wrong. Is that right? Aubergine.
That's about that big.
It's quite big.
That's quite big. And
that
you got to
right?
think the pregnancy sat.
But
But you're over halfway
Was it a
through
pomegranate?
now.
No, not pomegranate.
Wait, what's a pumpkin? When are you the size of... Oh, squash.
Squash.
So, pumpkin? Jesus.
How are you going to pop that one out?
My Lord.
Sorry, yeah. So
Back
the
to holiday.
Maldives.
Yeah, so although I I had the best time, I think obviously this year we'll be in our new house. I'm definitely going to spend Christmas at home.
I know we talk about it for the listeners. We talk about it all the time, but Billy and Greg have been going through this ordeal from start to finish. When did you start the house?
Right.
Let's just give people an idea of
Okay.
the actual stress it has actually taken to get to this point.
So we bought that house in November 2020.
She can't even remember herself. Right. This has been going on for 3 years. It took you a year and a half to get planning.
I don't think it has been going on for 3 years.
Well, this is the 3rd year of the house build. Because you was waiting all that time for planning.
Right. Yes.
So
right.
you waited like a year and a half for planning.
So we bought the house, let's say 2019, November 2019 towards the end of the year. And then, it's been going on ever since. But it took about a year to get planning permission, over a year, which is
very stressful.
Really hard work. We've had lockdown in between, and now we are finally at the stage where the house is looking like.
I wish
a
I
house.
had a popper, one of those party poppers, like pop.
Woo! I know.
You are like in the last hurdle.
Well, the landscaping and the inside, we've got loads to do. But the good thing is the build on the outside is nearly there.
Yeah, I've seen it on Instagram.
Yeah. So
when you posted it yesterday, it looks amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really pleased. It's
unreal.
just, do you know what it is as well? I think when you build a house basically from scratch, you want it to have character still. Obviously everyone's styles are different, but my thing was I didn't want the house to be like a big box.
Yeah.
With like a grey roof. I wanted it to have character. I wanted it to be like traditional, but
it is
contemporary
that,
traditional, if that makes sense. So it's still new and renovated, but it still looks like it's got character. And the windows I'm really pleased with. Like the house has got all different, it's like a really nice shape, like all different points and edges. But I'm really pleased with the outside. But now it's crunch time for me because Greg is literally like on my back about the interior and it's a lot of work.
That's
So yeah,
leave that there.
But when next time you're,
I always hear plug sockets and appliances and painting the water. Yeah, it's a lot to think of.
It's a full-time job. Like aside from everything else that's going on, there's like now we're at the point you can't have a day off from the house talk or talking to someone or going there or I was there yesterday.
So do you think your next Christmas will be in your new house?
Absolutely, yes. And you will be spending it with us.
And we'll have a new baby.
All of
the baby
you
will be eating
blended
roast dinner.
Christmas
Can
dinner.
you believe there's going to be like another baby in the family?
Do you know what? I keep thinking
sitting up eating dinner at Christmas.
So give us a baby update because obviously you look really pregnant now.
Yeah, I do actually.
You do look pregnant now, whereas before you didn't.
Yeah, so it's like, which is quite nice actually because I think when you're in between, it's quite hard to like dress.
Yes.
To be like pregnant. Anyway, I've got a little bump now, so it's nice. But yeah, just, do you know what? This is a bit of a boring update. Could probably move on. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Like, no cravings, so many movements. Like I was laying down the other night and it was like, oh, I've got to sit up. Sometimes it makes me come over a little bit bad. Like I feel a bit like, I don't know, it's just a bizarre feeling sometimes when they're like,
baby could be like turning
really
round.
moving.
And also all your organs, everything's being moved out the way for the baby to grow.
Yeah, and do you know what? We spoke about it a little while ago, but I'm hadn't done any exercise for like the first 3 months of pregnancy. Absolutely nothing. Felt really lazy
no energy
for it.
though.
Yeah, but I was a bit annoyed with myself because I just think actually it is really important to keep moving when you're pregnant and keep stretching and whatever you want to do. Anyway, so I've got back on the Peloton. So doing a couple of rides a week, and I've been doing I've only had 2 sessions. I've actually got one after here as well. Pilates. So I just think it's so and I think that's as well as why there's so much movement. Yeah, because I've been stretching my body. Yeah. I've been moving, like even on the Peloton, doing those low impact rides. I'm just getting myself moving, and actually, I think it's.
Do you know what?
I don't know, making movement down there.
I think as well, the stretching will be so good for labour.
Like so nice.
You know, like when you give birth, like imagine just I don't know if you've been working out and exercise, everything's gonna feel more.
So you know when the footballers like are on the sidelines and they're like warming up to run on the pitch. Yeah. So I said to Paul the other day, I've got to copy what he's doing. One of them was like had his hands on his hips and he was doing these big circle motions with his hips. Then he was getting each leg and opening it out. Yeah. And I was like, I was like, I've got to do what he's doing, and I started doing it just like when the football was on. And it felt so good.
So good just to stretch.
So good. And I just done a home yoga thing the other day and all my limbs were like, oh, it was so good. So if you're pregnant and haven't done any stretching or any kind of yoga, honestly, guys, it's a game changer.
Do you know what as well?
It makes you feel so good.
With Nelly and Arthur, I didn't exercise at all throughout either of those pregnancies.
I
But I think
didn't.
if I ever got pregnant again, I would
Yes.
definitely do the reformer Pilates
So this is
for
it.
stretching.
So I was like, this is it now. I'm not stopping. I had 3
Yeah.
months at the beginning. Okay.
Yeah, but
you
you've
can
got
allow
hardly
yourself
no
that.
energy.
But like now, I'm not actually
And
like
also-
training to be
No, fit and
fit.
toned. You just
it's
want it.
more just for like, it just makes you feel really nice.
Yeah, exactly. What was that thing you done? On the back? Were you-
Oh, so good.
What was that?
So basically, it was that was at a reformer Pilates class, but I don't know what those things are called. Like
like the straps, like
I don't know what is it. I don't know what they call
harness.
them. So basically, I put my feet through 2 like harnesses, and then put my whole body weight onto Holly, who's the Pilates instructor's feet. So all my body weight was on her feet, and I was like, like I can't explain it. So like,
I
but
could
it
do
was
that
all
now.
the pressure
I'm
was
not
on my
even
back.
pregnant.
But that feeling of having all my back and shoulders and limbs like onto somebody else's, it was just so
Yeah.
nice. And you should do it. You'll be able to do it yours. I obviously wasn't in a position for very long because obviously I'm pregnant and being safe and stuff, but it felt really good.
Yeah, just to like. I suppose you felt like you was almost like
Floating, yeah, like my whole, and you're just so tense all the time. Pregnant or not pregnant, everyone holds so much pressure. and-
Yes, like you always feel like you need clicking or a massage
Yeah.
or like release.
I always get Paul to like hug me and
yeah,
pick me up and
same.
crunch me.
Always get Greg to do that to me.
But when I do it to Paul, though, he's like, oh, no, he doesn't let me do it anymore, to be honest. Because he's so dense and big, he has to lay on the floor and I do it with my knees.
Yeah, that's what I do to Greg.
But Paul has stopped me from doing that now because he says you're going to break my back. I think I go a little bit too strong. My kids went back to school this week. It's been a nightmare. Paul, the other morning, was like a stiff starfish in the bed. I couldn't get him up for love nor money.
no.
And the thing is, mine have had a month off, and it is so
long. That is long.
Like, and to be fair, we've done some real fun stuff. Like
Yeah,
where
it's
we
been
obviously didn't
full
go.
on.
It's been full on. And he had his birthday. They have Christmas. They get spoiled.
Of course.
You know, and then it's like back to reality.
to
Although a few days running up to it, we didn't stop saying, right, school, tried to get them in bed early-ish. But throughout the holidays, mum were going to bed when they wanted and waking up when they wanted, you know, the usual. So it was, and I actually, in the end, I had to, by his arms, drag him
Oh my god.
all the way down the hallway to put him in the shower. And then he was slumped in the shower, like half asleep.
What? Was he tricking you or was he?
Yeah, he was being...
just like playing out.
Yeah, he was playing up, basically. And I was like, come on, you'll be fine. But they this week, they've just been exhausted, like with getting back into the routine.
It's hard. It is like, I mean, my 2 have been the opposite because of the jet lag, right? So obviously,
Oh, yeah, 4 a.m.
Yeah, so we was like 5 hours in front out in Maldives, and so for a whole week I had 3 a.m. Good morning,
Oh,
breakfast,
no.
and I'd look up and like, because to be fair, the jet lag actually I did suffer with it a little bit coming home, not at all going out there, but coming
Yeah.
home it definitely took me a good week to get it out my system.
Yeah.
But the kids, you know, like whereas an adult you just think, oh, it's 3:30, I'll go back to sleep
Or
or
you'll
just
just
rest.
like close your eyes.
No,
yeah.
by 4 a.m. downstairs, breakfast on the table. Like,
And then what time have you all been going to bed?
well, about sort of we was going to bed about 6:30, 7.
Yeah.
Um,
Just takes time, doesn't it?
it took a good week.
How were yours when they went back to school?
Yeah, they've been all right.
Well, I guess, yeah, because they're getting up.
They're getting up, but they both wake up. I'm going through this stage again with them both. They're getting in the bed every night. Like, it's honestly, and the thing is, like, they go to bed in their beds.
Yeah.
Arthur's not so much as bad. Like, Arthur might come in at about 6, which is
Yeah.
absolutely fine. Like, have cuddles before we get up. But Nelly is doing this thing where she's waking up maybe like 1, 2 in the morning and coming and getting in the bed. But I don't
Yeah.
mind. But then she's like clockwork, and then Greg's like getting aggravated because he can't sleep with her in the
Greg
bed.
can't,
and
yeah.
it's-
See, obviously, you know, with us, we've always had ours in
Yeah.
the bed. Or it's just 2 with 2, or whoever sleeps
Well,
wherever.
last night
and
I
it's
slept
always
in with
been like that.
Nelly.
Yeah.
And Greg
It's
slept
funny
on his
actually.
own.
Do you know what? I done a Q&A the other week on my Instagram, and one of the questions were, "What's the sleep situation in your house?" And I was like, just honest. I was like, to be
Yeah.
honest, co-slept from day one, both babies, like, you know, breastfed them in the bed, and then it's always stayed like that. And it's either 2 and 2 or me and 2 or Paul and 2, whatever, but we've always slept with the kids. Anyway, the response was like amazing. Like I had so many DMs, like people saying thank you so much for like being honest, because they were saying that they felt like by them co-sleeping with their kids still at the age of 6, 7, 8 or whatever it is, that they felt guilty or they felt that it was wrong. And I just think like there is no right or wrong.
I don't think like I'm the
There's
same
no
as
right
you.
or wrong.
My 2 have always crept in and out of the bed, always from babies, like. And my thing is, I just want to have sleep. Like,
Yeah,
I
see,
don't
that's what I
really
mean.
care
So-
where anyone sleeps. Can we please just all have a decent night's
Well, exactly.
sleep?
And if you're saying, Nellie's like clockwork, that's slightly different. Like
Mm.
how we've done it, it's always been since day one.
Yeah.
So they just sleep with us and it's just normal. But, I don't think there is a right or wrong. And so many people
No.
say, you have these mums that do the routine babies from 6 weeks. That's amazing. Like great. But I just think do what you want to do.
Great if you can do that and your baby.
And if you can,
Yeah, but
if you actually have got the patience to do that. But for me, I just love having them in the bed with me.
you're going to have 5 in a bed soon.
I know, right?
5 in a bed.
Jeez. No, I said this to Paul. I was like, it's going to have to be me and the new baby, and then it'll have to be Paul and the other 2.
Do you know what?
Until we figure something out.
I actually met this lady, right? I'd done a job with Nellie and Mum in Chicago a few years ago. Can you remember that?
I remember,
We had a job for
I remember.
a company, and basically I met this lady who had 3 children, and she had a similar situation where she was an influencer, this lady. She was really, really nice. 3 young children, and she had the same where they would all get in the bed, and then she's like, when we had my 3rd, it was getting too much. So when she told me this, I didn't believe her at first. I thought maybe she's like getting me at it, but they decided in the end to have all the beds put in one room.
Oh,
so they've
I
got.
would consider.
So they've got basically like they have a bedroom, and they've got their bed, and then they've got the kids' beds, and they're all in one
I
room
understand
together.
that, because if we stay in a hotel, we have 3 in the bed, then we push the put-up bed next to the bed.
Yeah.
So I get that.
So basically,
You'll come round to my house
and
like,
you're
in
gonna
the summer, and I'll just have like 3 beds all pushed together.
Yeah, no, I was like, really, like,
Oh,
and I thought about it. And
I would do that.
I thought, yeah, like I don't know.
No, it's not for everyone. I would do that.
It's not for everyone, but I thought actually, I suppose if you're thinking that you all need to be in the same room together and save all the musical beds everywhere around the house, just
put
do it in
all
the room.
your beds in one room.
But yeah, so that's.
I just think, they're not. You've only got them that little, haven't you, for so long? You miss it. When they're old and teenagers, we'll miss that. We'll try and...
Oh, completely.
Imagine trying to pin them down for a cuddle when they're teenagers.
Or you might have fallen off and still in the bed. What, Mum?
Yeah, right, Mum.
What, Mum?
They're not going to be interested, are they? The girls, maybe. I slept with Mum, didn't I, till I was about 13?
Yeah. I mean,
14.
I think Nelly more so. Arthur... He likes to have his cuddles, but Arthur likes getting into his own bed.
Yeah, he does.
He went
Likes
to
his
me
own
last
space.
night. I'm ready to get in my own bed now, Mummy.
Yeah,
I
he
went,
wants his
come
own
in then.
space.
Like, he likes to get in his bed and go to
Do you know
sleep.
it'll be lovely when they move into their new house?
Oh,
and
can't
their
wait.
new beds and their new bedrooms.
Looking
They'll
forward
love
to that. Because Arthur, bless him, he's got a real little box room where we are now, like tiny little box room.
No, nothing.
But he likes it in there. It's cozy.
Mind you, that might be the same sort of size.
Arthur's room is smaller than what you had. Come on, it's much smaller.
Mine was thinner.
Arthur's room's like a cupboard.
Yeah. I'm sure mine was like a cupboard, you had the nice...
That one.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the one at Hatch Road.
No, the house we lived in Ongar.
I think it's about the same size as Arthur's.
So it was like
because you just had the
room.
single bed in there and the chest of drawers. That's what Arthur's got in his single bed chest of drawers. But his room is cozy. I do get it why he likes to be in there.
It's a nice little room. I love it.
So what are you going to do about the baby's room? Are you going to have a nursery in the house?
No.
What? So you're not going to?
I'm not doing that. Honestly, it's a waste of time, especially where I'm a co-sleeping parent. Like, what's the point? Like, and also I think third baby, like, it's lovely. I remember when little Paul was, born, I decorated him a little nursery, done it all lovely. He never even went in there anyway because he was in the bed with me. It's going to be the same situation. Like, and Paul and Rosie have got a billion toys. This baby is just going to be like, just have to slot in, won't it?
Yeah.
I'm not going to do a nursery.
No.
I will do the baby, like his or hers room when they are a toddler, but what's the point?
No, especially like you say, they're going to be...
Baby's in my bed.
Co-sleeping.
So, Yeah, I mean, I think it's because it's third.
I wonder what the baby's going to look like. She thinks it's just Rosie and Paul. They look so similar.
But they're changing a lot, Rosie and
know.
Paul. When you look at their faces.
Yeah, but they're in certain pictures especially.
Yeah,
I
they're
think
proper siblings, yeah.
they really look alike.
Me and Paul, it comes over me sometimes in waves, and I'm like, who is this baby going to be?
Yeah.
Like, what is the baby going to look
Personality.
like? What's the baby going to... Is it a boy or a girl? Because then I can sort of like figure out more what name it's going to be called.
What's your initial thoughts? Or what's your thoughts now? Sorry, because I know you spoke about it before.
Well, it's funny because...
Oh, see, I think boy.
Everyone thinks boy.
But actually, I don't know. Something in my mind might be changing.
I just don't know. I don't know, and I really, really, and this is
Have you done any of the old wives' tales?
No. And I really don't mind what I have.
No, because you got one of each as well.
I really actually don't mind.
Yeah.
And I just don't know. Is there an old wives' tale we can do right now? Let's have a look. Right, look, here's some things. Look, he or she, cravings, salty would be boys, sweet would be girls.
You
both.
got salt popcorn.
Yeah, I have. But then I also have
You've always liked salt popcorn.
Yeah, and also most nights I have something sweet as well. So morning sickness, no. And that's a boy.
But I didn't have morning sickness of either of
Nor did
mine.
I. So look, sleeping on the left side or the right side. Left side is a boy, right side is a girl. I sleep both. Foot size increased. My foot has increased.
Yeah, but...
And that's a boy. And do you know
your
what?
Feet with Paul swelled up.
Also, you know that bangle you got with my birthday? I've had to take it off.
What?
Because, not that I look swollen yet, but it feels small.
Oh.
Because I'm obviously packing out a bit on the wrist.
Packing out a bit. Maybe it's a bit of water retention.
That's what it must be. Dad's weight. Oh yeah. So if you're having a boy, apparently the dad's weight stays the same, and if they have a girl, they gain weight.
Oh, I've heard it all.
That's really funny. Yeah. Well, maybe he is a boy then. Who knows? You just don't know, do you? These are just all
wives' tales.
Emotions, chill or moody. I'm very chill, and that again is a boy. Right. So balance. Clumsy or graceful. I've been tripping over my own feet recently. That's a boy.
Okay, so...
But then, who knows, guys? Who knows? We should do a little, what do you call it? Am I going to do a baby shower?
Oh, yeah.
Do you do a baby shower and it's their baby, though? Is that a bit extra?
No, I think maybe not. I think it's nice to do a little celebration, isn't it? Something before the baby comes. But maybe we should do like a little spa break.
Yeah, I'd rather have a mum head to toe mum and baby massage.
Yeah, I think maybe if it was me personally, I'd rather do.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do the cake, the balloons,
It's just a party otherwise. You've got to talk to everyone.
And
everyone's going to get drunk apart from you.
Exactly. And also, that's the point as well when your feet hurt.
Yeah.
Because you do your baby showers quite late on, don't you?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do, actually.
Right, okay. So we're not doing that, and we'll just do a nice little intimate celebration.
Yeah. Select, you know. So how's Paul feeling about having baby number 3? Have I really asked? Like, obviously, I know he's excited, but like now it's like happening. Now it's getting nearer to that time.
Yeah, he's really excited. He's like, he keeps saying, "I can't believe we're gonna have 3 kids."
I know.
It's like, you know, it is that feeling, isn't it? You know, because life does go quick and it's all fast paced.
And 3 is like feels so much more than 2. I don't know why.
I know. Every now and then he goes, "I just can't believe we're having 3 kids." Or like if I'm in the shower and he walks into the bathroom, he goes, "I just can't believe like you're pregnant now."
Yeah.
Like because it's only been recent, I guess, where my belly's popped and my boobs are big and my nipples have gone really dark.
Yeah,
you know, that whole pregnancy vibe. And he was looking at me the other day, and I was like, "All right, I ain't even got to stop looking." But he just like, "I can't believe like you're pregnant again."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Well, hello, yeah,
here I am."
We're over halfway there now.
Oh my gosh, over halfway. Think of how quick it's going to go this next.
It's always real to us from the day one. But I think for the dads, is when you start showing more, and like he's felt movement. Like he was holding my tummy the other night, and he could feel little kid. That is when it really starts to be real for them.
Actually, like even when the babies are born, obviously, you know, it's very like sinks in a lot.
Sinks in a lot more.
But
for
I
them.
suppose, like as a mum, and like if you breastfeed, or like especially if you breastfeed, it's like very heavily focused more on you with the baby, isn't it?
And it's funny because the kids are obsessed, especially little Paul. He's always like cradling my stomach, or he
so
gets home from school and he goes, "How's the baby?"
Yeah.
And he always goes, he or she, or him or her, and he goes, what did you and him or her do today?
That's really,
it's really cute. But
that's a really nice thing about having a bit of a gap like
yes,
this, because they're
totally understand
they're
it.
old enough now, and they're going to be like your little helpers.
Yes,
that's
but honestly, it may change when the baby comes, but they are very like interested.
Yeah,
they're really into it, which is great.
Yeah,
like,
really good, especially like when the baby's here and they're going to be able to help you, like, oh, can you get mummy a nappy?
Yes.
Or like they'll love
I
doing.
was laughing because I said, Paul, you're going to cuddle the baby and get the baby to sleep for mummy. He said, of course I am. And I went, are you going to change any nappies? He went, I'm not changing nappies. But it was just like, ew.
Yeah.
But it's cute. But yeah, everyone's very excited for the new arrival. I bet you can't wait for baby cuddles.
I'm so excited. So I keep thinking it's going to come out so quick now.
Really quick.
I'm really excited just to have a new baby in the family. Like, it's been so long.
Just want the baby smells and the cuddles. And the noises.
Oh, I'm so excited. The birth. I can't wait to see my niece or nephew.
Well, yeah, because I'm having another home birth.
Enter the world.
So you'll be there again. It'll be that phone call. Right, I'm in labour.
Oh
that's the phone call that is like...
I remember where I was and what I was doing when I had that phone call about Rosie.
So do I, with you, with Nelly and Arthur. I remember exactly what I was doing and where I was.
Isn't it? Because it's such like a moment, isn't it, where you think, oh, like, go. I was in a soft play centre and I was meant to be going out that night.
You was?
Yeah.
And I said, well, I don't know.
And I went, no, I'm coming over. I'm not taking any risks.
Thank God you did, because Rosie was quite quick.
Yeah, exactly. Exciting times. I'll tell you what though, you live in Surrey now. You live a lot further. I'm going to have to need quite a good warning.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
As soon as I get the twinges, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Because before, obviously, it was Hertfordshire, so it was a lot closer. Don't worry,
Yeah,
I'll give you plenty of time
to get over.
We've been just babbling on today about all sorts of nonsense, haven't we?
No.
Yeah, it's nice to catch up though. We genuinely haven't seen each other.
That has been also.
I'm boring her now, see?
No, sorry. No, it's that time
right,
of the afternoon.
It's that time of afternoon where we do Ask Us Anything.
Yes, it is indeed. Right,
What
okay.
questions have we got today? Right, okay, this is quite funny actually. What is the funniest untrue rumour you have heard about yourself?
Well, this is not one since I've been in the public eye, but one which I was really like, not offended by, but when I was at school. So when Sophie and I was at school, we actually moved to Spain for a little while, and we went to school in Spain, and then we come back to England, didn't we? And then we went back to secondary school.
Back to like our old friendship groups and stuff.
So we only moved away for a while, then we come back because we didn't like it out there, it didn't work out. Come back to secondary school, and a rumour had gone around the school that actually... we hadn't moved to Spain, that I'd gone and had a boob job and then come back to school.
That is hilarious.
And I remember, like, at the time I must be like...
Because Billy always
15,
had
16.
big boobs as a teenager as well.
Yeah, and I remember that rumour, and, like, it had gone round and it was like everyone had believed it. And I remember just being... Like,
that is so stupid.
So stupid. But I remember at the time feeling really... You know, like, that's quite a vulnerable age, isn't it? Like
yeah,
15.
and also you do feel like you're kind of... Yeah, it's like they're picking on you. Like,
I remember I was really, really offended.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I don't think it was very big in my year group. Maybe it was
no,
just your year
I think
group
it was
and
more
above.
the year group. Yeah. So stupid, though.
That is
isn't it?
so stupid. Plus, a boob job doesn't take 2 years or a year, however long
I
it's
know.
gone. Stupid rumour. Mine's a bit more recent years. Well, not recent years, but I'd say about a year or two coming into like fame. There was this big story that I was dating Leonardo Dicaprio.
Oh my gosh, yes,
you
I remember that.
I was like, where on earth has this come from?
You was like, I wish.
Another one of his girls.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was very random.
Yes.
And in a lot of publications at the time. I was like, this is so weird. And
Like,
then I remember when I
someone must
denied
have
it.
had something.
I remember when I denied it on the red carpet once, and they was like, is that because you can't say anything because you're under? And I was like, no, it's because it's not true and very embarrassing that people might think that it's coming from me.
Yeah, like that you
like
made it
that
up
I'm
and-
making it up, that I'm dating Leo.
That is hilarious.
That is so embarrassing. Okay, next question. Did any of the kids have mega tantrums in public, and how did you deal with them?
Yes.
One that stands out for me was little Paul. I think he was maybe not even almost 2, and we was at Legoland, and it was just and also it's so heightened as well when people recognise you. And
The stress.
the stress of how, because also you're dealing with your child and you're trying to deal with the situation, but then also you've got people watching you,
and it's really
like,
off-putting.
Is this right or wrong? What am I doing? All you want to do is scream. Like,
No, yeah,
it's always in like busy places.
I've had lots of mega tantrums from the kids. One that really sticks out for me was Nelly on the aeroplane. We was flying out to Spain.
Did you just shout at a passenger? I remember this. Did the passenger?
No, that was another one. That was when Arthur. No, do you know what? I've actually had quite a few situations.
You always
on
have
planes.
beef on the plane.
I always have situations on aeroplanes. I don't know what it is. But no, so Nelly, we was about to take off, and typical, Nelly wouldn't put her seatbelt on. She was 2 at the time. It was the first flight I'd done with her where she had her own seat.
Oh yeah, that is actually quite hard.
Right, and she wouldn't put the seatbelt on, and all the air hostesses were around. She was screaming, and they were all hovering. They were going, "Madam, she needs to sit in her seat and put her belt on, otherwise we're going to miss our takeoff slot." So now everyone's like tutting, and can you imagine like the pressure? I was trying to hold her down in the seat, but obviously I was trying to restrain her, but she was going mental, literally so mental that she wet herself.
I remember this,
right? And then so obviously she'd wet herself. So then the air hostess run up. They ripped the seat pad off, put another seat pad on, and then she was screaming. I was going, "Stop it!" But the whole plane was silent, listening. I went, "Stop it now! We are going to Spain. The plane's about to turn off." Blah. And then she went, "I don't want to go to Spain," and and then the whole plane was laughing. So it made it.
No.
It almost like, thank God we managed to like get her in. So it was the biggest scenario, and Arthur was only a baby, and Greg weren't flying with me. Mum was there.
Yeah.
Greg was meeting me out there or something. He wasn't on that flight with me, and when she started screaming, I don't like Spain. I don't want to go to Spain.
People started laughing.
Everyone was laughing because everyone was like jolly on their holidays on the way to Spain. She was going, "I don't want to go." But that one, that really,
was a big one.
that
I
really
remember
took
once,
it out of
maybe
me.
it was travelling with Nelly when she was younger. So do you remember once when we was all going to Portugal? It was just me, you, mum and the kids, and she had a huge tantrum and she went so berserk that she was sick.
She was sick at the airport.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. Do you know what? Actually, I actually forget because I say to Greg, like Arthur can be very challenging at times, being very open about
Nelly
it.
had some
obviously.
big ones, actually.
But Nelly went through
Yeah.
a stage of having some
Yeah.
major meltdowns, big meltdowns. She doesn't really. She doesn't do it hardly at all anymore. Like she has the odd
No.
moment. Don't get me wrong. There's certain times I
think it
get
was-
attitude.
It was around the 2s with Nelly, wasn't it?
Oh, she was definitely
Yeah.
terrible twos, like big time.
So we've got this is a nice one to end off this podcast episode with. What are your goals for this year?
Oh, right. My goals are, so obviously the house is the biggest one.
Yes.
Moving,
settling.
settling.
Christmas.
Yeah, host Christmas for all the family. But also, my other goal as well, which is just to be, like, I'm one of these people where I feel like I have a million and one things going on in my head. Like I never really, like there's been a certain few things that I've wanted to sort out and do for myself this year. And just like some things like personal, like medical, like just certain things I wanted to.
You just want to have a little bit more self-care for yourself.
Yeah, and
Take
not,
some time.
and even things like just being like more organised with certain things and
Yeah.
like I don't know, just a little bit more time to be able to do things that I need to do. And already like there's been like there's 3 things that I've done this year which I'm already thinking like I
And
feel
you're ticking
motivated.
it off your list.
Yeah,
That's your
you
goal.
know, just
Yeah.
like little things like.
Yeah. For your health.
Yeah, like things
Yeah.
in my health. Like there was, sort of like towards the end of last year, kept getting unwell and feeling run down and poorly, and I kept putting it to the back of like my work schedule
Yeah,
and
and
blaming.
it should be at the front.
It should be at the front,
Yeah.
and I was blaming it on my not blaming it, but I just kept making excuses. Anyway, the day I got back from the Maldives, the next day, I called the doctors and I made an appointment to go and have all my bloods done, like loads of different bloods, and have like a woman's health, woman's health check.
I know what you mean.
Well,
you pay for it and then you have
pay
like a
for it,
full,
yeah.
I know what you mean.
So I made a point. I thought, do you know what? No excuses. New year, and I'd done it, and I went and had all my tests done and everything, and thankfully everything, because I was questioning myself on a lot of things, and I think that can sometimes make you feel worse. Because if this has been happening to me? What if it's that?
And
that makes
obviously
you worse.
like Google is horrendous.
Google's
then you
horrendous.
self-diagnose the worst things.
Exactly, and that's what I was doing towards the end of last year. So I just thought, do you know what? This is in front of everything else. I went and got that done, and I was
well
really...
done. I remember you voice noted me, Mum, the other day. You'd be like, you'll be glad to know I've had my blood tests done.
Yeah, exactly. So just little things like that. You know what? I don't want to be one of these people that says things and then puts it to the back. I want to actually do it rather than think about it. But that's my mentality for this year.
But that's like, isn't it like our brains where they work? It's like, it's the actual motivation of doing something. It's the actual getting up and doing it.
Yeah.
And then once you've done it, it's like you've achieved.
That's,
and you've done.
yeah.
What's the next thing?
Yeah, that's right. Because you know as well, I can be quite an indecisive person.
Yeah, you are actually
really indecisive, and always
yeah.
think about things and sometimes like don't actually get to do it. So that's my biggest goal, to be more decisive and to actually do it, get it done.
And then like make the decision and go through that decision.
Yeah, exactly.
Good goals.
Yeah, and you?
Well, I think right. So mine, I've got a couple. So one is to read more, and I have actually started reading. So I got a Kindle.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, so I got a Kindle, and I've been reading every night. So I put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Like, once the kids are in bed,
Such a good idea.
Basically I don't switch it off, but I put it on Do Not Disturb. So there's like no vibrating, no phone calls, no nothing, no emails coming through. And I either watch a program with Paul, or I've been reading every night, even like sometimes 25 minutes. And I'm so literally not being on your phone and then picking up a book. It sends you to sleep like that.
Yeah,
like, it's so much nicer
so
than trying to fall asleep on your phone.
What are you reading?
So at the moment, it's very me. So I'm reading a book about success, and it's like it's got 100 chapters, and it's like all these different things, breaks it down. Really interesting, really love it. So I've been reading it on the Kindle, but I feel like I've bought the Kindle, and this is like probably the worst book to read on Kindle because it's great to be making notes at the same time. So like you know the Kindle's on like the little screen thing, but it's great because it's like you're reading a book. It's not hard on the eyes. Like it's really like soft as you're reading it. It's really great. But with this particular book, it asks you to like do things and write notes, and I like highlighting and underlining and stuff. And you can do that on the Kindle, but it's just not the same as having pen and paper.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm a bit like 50-50 with the Kindle at the moment, but it's really convenient. Like,
and you can just download
as many as you want. It's thin, it's nice. It's like
on holiday
you don't need a light on
around the pool.
Well, on holiday it's perfect. So the book can get wet, and it's just anyway.
What a great idea.
So that's one, and I've already lined up my next book that I want to read. So that's all really good. Like reading more and put my phone down, and I've already started that, which is great. And business wise, for Revive Collagen, I've got a big goal of mine for this year is to make it to the USA.
Amazing.
And I want to get into the USA, and I want Jennifer Lopez to be my ambassador. Just putting it out there, guys.
Wow, you put that
You
out
have
there.
to make big goals, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
well, she'd be the perfect ambassador.
I would love J-Lo. So, and I always wanted Amanda Holden, and we've got Amanda Holden. So, it's, writing them goals, making them goals, and just making them happen, guys.
Yeah.
Make it happen. Thanks so much for listening, guys. That was such a great catch up.
Yeah, it was so nice just to sit and actually catch up.
Yeah.
Don't forget as well, you can also watch us on YouTube at Sam and Billie Show.
And subscribe, comment, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram. And also, any ideas or topics you want us to talk about, just put them into our DMs. And we'll see you next week, guys.
Yeah, see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.